Yo, what's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to go over Blackbox Helium 10's product research tool that is very powerful and allowing us to uncover more and more potential products to sell on Amazon. And with that being said, if you don't know what Helium 10 is, it's basically a software that allows us to scour through and look through all the different products on Amazon, put criteria into it so that we can look at products that are not super competitive and that will still allow us to make money. But like any product research tutorial, I need to stress that you should be differentiating yourself and that you should be having a sense of uniqueness in whatever market that you're planning on going into. If you look at a product and you can't figure out exactly how you're going to make the product unique and make it different, make it stand out amongst all the other results, and I would really not recommend selling that product. A lot of times it could be very simple. You could be having a different package design, a different angle, different color, just something that's going to improve the customer's experience or make the customer say, wow, their product is the best one out in the market. So with that being said, we have to be thinking about improving, innovating, making it unique. And we also need to be spending time every single day utilizing the different product research methods that I go over on this channel to really have a broad list of products that you can choose from. There is no perfect product to sell on Amazon. There are only okay products and there are better products to sell. And so we're gonna be focusing on the best product to sell because once again, every product that we try to sell on Amazon is not going to be a home run. And once again, the worst case scenario is that the product does not perform how you expected the launch to go. And so that you're forced to lower the price and lower it a little bit more. And eventually either you break even, you lose a little money, or you make a little money and simply don't reorder it, move on to the next product and repeat the process. But you have to be willing to take risks and you have to be launching products if you really want to see success in this business model. That is the name of the game. And you cannot expect that every product that you want to launch is going to be a success because once again, that's just not the case. But with that being said, we want to be making calculated risk and we want to be focusing on the low-hanging fruit, the ones that are going to have the least competitors, the most money, and they're going to be the most uniqueness that we can actually add to that product to make the customer experience the best possible and make our listing on Amazon stand out amongst all the others. All right, so with all that aside, let's get into Helium 10. And if you're interested in trying out Helium 10 and you haven't had a chance to do so yet, then in the comment section and the description down below, click on that link. It will save you 50% off your very first month. And once again, Helium 10 is very essential if you want to be looking for a software to sell on Amazon and specifically to do really good product research, really good keyword research, all the other things, the entire, A to Z from the business model of Amazon. So with all that being said, let's get into it. All right, guys, so we're on helium10.com, and this is where we can actually access Blackbox. This is an amazing product research tool that scours through all the products on Amazon, and we can put our own criteria into it to make the results very filtered to what we want to sell under. Now, with that being said, if we come to tools, we hit the Blackbox. Now, there's two different methods to using the Blackbox. Actually, there's like 5. We have the products, the keywords, competitors, niche, product targeting, whatever. We're going to be using the keywords method because this is where we can actually figure out specific keywords that we can isolate and see what products are selling under these major keywords. Now we have search volume, monthly revenue, price, review, rating, word count, and a bunch of other advanced filters. Now the main ones we want to focus on are going to be the search volume. Now for this example, today I'm feeling, somewhere like 5,000, but once again, you can go as low as 500. You can go as high as 10,000, as high as 20,000. Whatever it is, you don't want to always be entering in the same information because once again, if you do that, then you're always going to be getting the same results. So for today, I'm going to go search volume 5,000. I'm going to leave it open-ended. Monthly revenue, I'm going to go 10,000 today. Leave it open-ended once again. Price, we'll go at least 25. Because we don't want to be selling the units that are too cheap because we're just not going to be having the best margins and we're going to have to be selling so many units just to make any decent profit. And also it becomes very hard to innovate products that are very cheaply made. So the higher up you can go in price, the more it's going to cost to source those products. But once again, the higher profit margins you can get and the more unique you can make the product be. Now with review count, today we're gonna go 200. Sometimes you can go as low as 100, but just realize that the lower you go, if you go 50 reviews, 1 review, you're just not gonna find products that meet that criteria. And so the higher you go, if you go up to like 1,000 reviews, you're gonna find a bunch of products. But once again, those are gonna be more competitive. So 200 today is going to be a good range. But once again, for all these, feel free to change them. I encourage you to change them because you wanna be looking at different results and not always the same results. Now, if we scroll down, we also could choose a specific category. Let's say we wanted to sell arts craft, baby, whatever it is. Once again, I'm going to leave it open-ended, but if you have a specific category that you desire to sell in, then you can obviously choose that. Now, if we hit search, we're gonna see all the products that they show us. If we scroll down, we can see all the products that they're going to show us. So let's make sure we scroll down a little further. Now, the very first one we have is the vending machine. And really quickly, we have the phrase, the search volume, the price, the monthly sales, monthly revenue, very important, BSR, how many sales are getting a month, essentially, and the number of reviews. Now, if we scroll down, we can see the vending machines is the first product. Now, we're not going to be selling, giant products like vending machines. We're going to be selling products that, are going to be decently sized, that we can make, unique, and products that we don't know exactly what they are. Like a scorpion helmet, I'm not super sure what that is, but at the same time, I don't want to be selling like helmets and hats that have different sizes, because once again, all the sizes aren't going to be sold. You might not sell the extra small, or you might not sell the extra large. So I stay away from clothing and, seasonal products and stuff like that. Lawnmower, not sure what that is. Infrared light therapy, it's an electronic. Not saying that you can't sell electronics, but the more and more complex they get, the more and more issues you can have. And so we're gonna stay away from that. Pedestal, sink, I'm gonna stay away from that. Pipe bender, sounds like I'm staying away from everything. Bumper, go-kart kit, that sounds interesting. I'm gonna open that up. I'm not sure what that is. It may or may not be. Yeah, we're actually just gonna X out of it. I'm not super interested in selling go-kart parts. Rolex watches for men's, no. Tory Burch. Timberline chainsaw sharpener, I'm not interested in that. Geiger counter, yes you can. McFarlane toys, Nikon. Orbeez gun. Now this is actually an interesting product. I'm just gonna open it. I've seen this product a million times. I'm not gonna be interested in selling these, but I'm just gonna, actually, sorry, something went wrong. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna move on. Modern chandelier, I'm gonna open this one up. Because it sounds pretty interesting. We're gonna keep going. Baby changing basket. I've covered this in another video. I'm gonna open it up as well. And for this example, let me get one more product. Let's see what else we have. Hookah, not interested in selling hookah. Dava curl, pedicure chair, tabletop fire pit. I'm actually going to open this up. And with that being said, we're going to just start from the modern chandelier. Now, what is this? Okay, really quickly. So we have the specific product, and we know that the search term for the modern chandelier, if we just go back really quick, the search term for modern chandelier was, where's that? It was 17,000 searches per month. Average price point of $300 per unit sold. Monthly revenue of $20,000 a month with an average review count of 112. So once again, there's not a ton of competition in terms of the reviews, but there's a decent amount of money being sold. But also, this is a higher price point item. Now, for your very first product, you may not want to be selling something that costs this much. As a matter of fact, you don't want to be selling something that costs this much, because there's a high chance of risk. And unless you really know what you're doing in these markets, then I recommend something that's, anywhere in the $25 to $60 range. You don't want to be selling multiple $100 items. But once again, if you're an experienced Amazon seller, you can get away with this. Now, the higher you go up in items, the less units you have to sell. And a lot of times, the more premium you can make the actual units that you're selling, and the better profit margins you will get. Now, anything like something that's selling for $5.99, he could be easily making, a couple $100 profit every single unit he sells. Now, and so with that being said, if we just look at the first 4 sponsored, we can see that they're paying to be in the spot. So we're going to scroll down to the first 4 organic results. And the very first result, it's 50 reviews, 10 reviews, 13 reviews, 128 reviews. So we already see that there's lots of, low competition players in this space. Everyone's pretty new. And so a lot of times you see that with the more expensive, bigger items, people tend to stay away from those, which can give you an opportunity if, if it's in your first product. Obviously, you don't want to be selling this as your first product, but it can give you an opportunity if you are a seasoned Amazon seller and you know what you're doing to, tackle challenges like this. Now, also, this product is, it could be, I think it might be glass, or it's probably not glass, it's probably hard plastic, so it probably won't have the breakability, but we can see that these are larger items, they're very premium looking, and the price points are very high. Now, if we open up an X-ray, we can see exactly what this product is doing in terms of sales. Now, something for this market that you have to stand out for, that you have to look out for, is how to stand out. Now, we see that everyone has a super premium chandelier, so that's where your creative mind would come in, and you would have to actually sell something that looks slightly different. Now, if we come over to the review count and the revenue, we can see exactly how much these new players are making. And before that, really quickly, once again, the search volume was 17,000. Total revenue is almost $1 million, which is very good. Anything over 500,000 is a green light. Average reviews 112 once again, but for the revenue, so we have the 10 reviews, making 25,000. 13 reviews, 17,000. 128 reviews, 30,000. 2 reviews making 4,000. And so we can see right off the bat that if we scroll down past the sponsor, majority of the first 10 are going to be, actually everybody has under 200 reviews, which is a very, very good sign. This is a very new category, a modern chandelier. That's a keyword that's being searched a lot now. And so we see that they're all indexing for this keyword, meaning that they're all ranking. And so they're all new products ranking for this new keyword. Now, once again, this requires a bigger budget. But at the same time, we can see that the sales are going to be very low. And so even though it requires a big budget on the surface, if the max person is selling right here 162 units, and now if we click find suppliers on Alibaba, we can get, a medium price. We can see, and that's why Helium 10 is so useful, because we can simply just click find suppliers on Alibaba and we can see exactly, how much they're selling it for. So we have 120, 117, 78, 130, 25, 100. And so I'm just going to guesstimate that the average price is around $80. So if we're selling 100 units for 100 units a month at $80 a unit, it still is not that much. Now, obviously, it's going to be shipping charges and everything else. So, all in, you may be spending, 120, 100, 120, depending on what type of, well, for this product, you probably are going to want to see shipping. So you might be all in at 120. And so with that being said, if you're doing, 100 units at 120, you're spending $12,000. Now, it doesn't require an insane investment, but once again, it's not as big as you may think it is. Now, $12,000 it's not small by any means, but once again, it isn't a huge investment. You're not putting, $30,000, $50,000 into this product. But once again, with this, we have to make sure that we can actually improve the product, make it better, make it more premium, and see what's working. Now, if we look at these each individually, if you scroll back up, we can see exactly who's doing what. Now, if we look at the revenue, so we have money making. Who's not making money? $3,900. He's not making too much money, but at the same time, he has 2 reviews, so it could change. But so far, let's see what he's doing wrong. He has a pretty premium picture. It looks great. But once again, he just doesn't have enough reviews to really be competing yet, but he could easily change that. Now, if we look at these 17 reviews, who has a terrible rank, this design, once again, probably isn't as, sought after as the other designs that look more premium and just more modern. But once again, for this specific product, you'd have to do your own research, figure out what designs are working, what designs are not working, and figure out if you can actually make a good design that would actually be beneficial and that would, be cost effective, because it may not be the case. So from this product, we'll move on to the baby changing basket right here. Now, with this baby changing basket, I actually covered this in another video. And once again, this is a new player. These two right here are actually new, and they're actually ranking in the first 4 spots. Now, I covered this, I want to say about a month ago. And so we can already see that there's new players who are making this baby changing basket who are actually making money. Now, if we look on the X-Ray Helium 10, let's see if they're actually making money. But I can assume from their spot, position 1 and 4, they're probably pretty profitable. So if we scoot this over here, we can see that, and so with this product, once again, you have to make this product different in some way, shape, or form. And so we can see that once again, if we look, if you look right here, they have, multiple changing cases. Right here, they bundle it with something else. And so they're not selling the baby changing basket on its own. They're selling it bundled with other things that could be either closely bought together or things that are going to improve the baby changing experience, which is probably not the best experience, but it's going to make it a lot easier for whoever's changing the baby. All right, so we have the search volume for the baby changing basket is 5,600 searches per month. The overall revenue is 1.2 million. And we can see a bunch of products who are potentially making money. So if you scroll down past the sponsored and we have the revenue to the review count, we see that the new player with 5 reviews who just came in is making $21,000 a month. 4 reviews, $7,000 a month. 94, $13,000, 150, $11,000, so on and so forth. Everyone's making $7,000 and over, which is a very, very good sign. But once again, they have very premium pictures. Everyone looks very professional, and that is how you have to play in these markets. You can't come in with a super, crappy picture and expect to be stealing sales from everyone else. You have to have premium pictures, a lot of value offering, like we see right here. This guy's offering, once again, the new guy with 4 reviews, he's offering different changing pads. He has a little baggy thingy. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but he's definitely offering a good amount of value, and so it makes sense exactly why he came in, launched correctly, and is actually making revenue. Now, if we look at the actual prices, we have from $60 to over $135 right here. So this is more of a premium product, and the new players came in at $65 and $71. So they didn't come in competing with the big guys. They came in competing with the lower people in this specific product, which is, you know, a tactic that you could play, but I personally like to play the most premium version. But once again, they're getting away with it because they're offering a lot of value, very similar to what the big guys in the 130 range are offering as well. Now, once again, with this product, you have to actually, offer value. And something else that I want to show you guys, another product research technique that you can use is, let's say that we want to look at one of these people. Let's say we want to look at one of the new guys we just launched. We'll look at this person. When we click on his listing, what we can do is actually look at their store and see if they're selling anything else that's similar to this. So if we see that, we click the visit the J&J store, or we can also come down here and click sold by the Young Dream. Now, if we click on that, we can see the Young Dream and click on the Young Dream storefront. Now, this is the storefront method where we can look at the different storefronts of the different sellers and see what other products they're selling. Now this is just further down the maze, and so we can look at, we have the main product that we were just looking at, and we also have a diaper caddy, a large diaper caddy, and we have a canvas play tent for kids. Now we could choose to look at each of these individually to see if we could find more potential products. So we'll start with the canvas play tent for kids, and let's just see if it's profitable or not. It may not be, and a lot of times you'll find, they're selling one good product, but the other ones aren't as good, but that's just what you should expect as a seller. And also what we can even do before we even look at that, we can come right back to, we can just basically go back to their actual storefront, and we can just put it in X-Ray Helium 10 and see exactly if the product's making money before we even look further into that market. Now, it'll actually analyze the 3 products that they have on their storefront individually and show us exactly what they're making. Now, from their storefront, using X-Ray, we can see exactly how much money they're making. So the baby changing basket, based on the revenue, is the only super profitable. Now, we have the canvas play tent for kids is almost $7,000, and the large diaper caddy is $2,500. Now, once again, this isn't anything, super crazy, but it still is, around $750 a month. And this one, you're making, a cool, $2,500 a month, which isn't bad either. But this is their main bread, their main bread maker, the main money maker. And so we can look at these marks individually, but I'm not super interested in looking at them. But just for sake of example, we'll just type in canvas playtent for kids and just see if it's competitive or not. So if we come back here, once again, the canvas playtent for kids was their second highest market at I believe it was canvas playtent for kids. I can't even talk and think at the same time, but this was around $7,000 for this specific product. Now, if we look past the first 4 sponsored, we have 29 reviews, 7,500 reviews, 26, 142. Go down a little further, we have 1,000, 3,000, 2,500. So it definitely seems to be more competitive of a market. We could throw an X-ray really quickly just to look at it anyways. But we see at least 4 players with over 1,000 in the first 8 results, which isn't the best. It's not the best in terms of competitiveness. If we scroll past the, in terms of non-competitiveness, if we scroll past the sponsor, we see that there's 4. But there's also a lot of little guys who have low reviews as well. And so once again, this could be another potential keyword that we want to look at. And so we can see that using the Blackbox method to find products. If we find a product that looks interesting, we click on the product itself, click on the storefront, go to the actual store, see the other products they're selling. In this case, they're selling 3 other products. They're selling the diaper caddy, the baby changing kit, and the canvas play tent. Now with the canvas play tent, we put it into its own Amazon search, and we click at the X-ray for this specific search on its own, and we have another potential product we can find. And that isn't super competitive, but at the same time, it still does have competitors, but there are new players who are making money. And so once again, you want to spend time in the markets and look at these searches on their own. But we can easily see that we found more and more products just by going down the maze and just looking further in the rabbit hole on Amazon. All right, guys, the last example is the tabletop fire pit. Now, what exactly is this? It's the tabletop fire pit. So we have the first 4 sponsored. We're going to scroll past those, and we're going to look at these next 4. So we have a couple hundred reviews to 68, 800, 200, 300, so on and so forth. So we're just going to throw it into X-ray. And so with this, we have a bunch of different designs for different fire pits. Now, this is also going to, once again, require you to be creative and think outside the box for the most aesthetic design, because that's what people want to look for. They want to put these fire pits in their nice homes and really make it stand out and look very professional. Now, if we look at Helium 10, we have almost 17,000 searches for 1.5 million in revenue. Now, something that we want to look for is going to be if it's actually making money. So if we scroll past the sponsor, we can see that they're all making decent money, at least 7,000 right here, upwards of 30,000. And so we can see that, there's only one with over 1,000 reviews. The other ones they have, so we have three players with under 100 reviews. Everyone else has a couple of hundred. Now, another thing that I want to show you guys with this method is that we could also look at, any of these specific products in Cerebro. And what is Cerebro? Cerebro is the reverse ASIN lookup tool for Helium 10. Let me show you guys exactly what I mean. Now let's just go back up. We'll just use the Amazon's Choice product. Now, if we grab the ASIN for this product, right? What we basically can do is we can put it into Cerebro, chug in Cerebro, and it's going to show us all the other related keywords for this product. You also could do this in, so basically, if you come to the tools, if you come to, where's it at? Where's Cerebro? Cerebro. We also could use this in Magnet, put the main keyword in Magnet, and then look at all the additional keywords that are related to it in Magnet. But if we are doing a specific product, we basically put the product ASIN into Cerebro. And once again, Cerebro gives us all of the different keywords for this product. And now with this, we can potentially find other keywords. Now, the very first one we have is mini fireplace indoor. Tabletop fire pits. Most of these are the same, but we'll just look at the mini fireplace indoor. We can basically open it up on Amazon in a new link. So now we have the mini fireplace indoor. And so from this, we have a bunch of different mini fireplaces. And now this may or may not be another potential product, but once again, we could throw it into X-ray and look at this specific market on its own. So we went from the, fire pit, what was the market even called? I don't remember. It was the first fire pit market to the mini fire pit indoor market. And so we can always use Cerebro to find additional other markets that may be just as profitable with less competition. Another thing that I really want to encourage you guys to do is to make sure that you're actually tracking your data. You want to be putting the keyword, the search volume, the average revenue, the average number of reviews, and can you make this product unique? And if so, yes or no, exactly how are you going to do that? And so at the end of your product research process, which could happen over the course of a couple of days, a couple of weeks, a couple of months, depending on how long you actually put into product research and how long it takes you to find potential profitable products, you can have an entire list of products, and from that list, we can choose the best product to actually put out and launch as your very first product. That's very important that you're tracking your data so that you can physically see it, and you can look at this every single day and think of more ideas and more ways so that you can actually innovate and make your product more unique. Now, if you made it this far in the video and you're still here, then smash the thumbs up button and subscribe down below, because I release multiple step-by-step videos every single week. And so with all that being said, make sure you're using this product research method. Make sure you're trying out Blackbox. Use the discount code below if you want to try it out for 50% off. And with all that being said, I will see you guys in the next video.